is left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Good morning, good evening, good day, good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. You may tell by the way I sound, I'm not not 100%. I've been sick pretty much 2 weeks now. It's getting a bit annoying. But we got some exciting stuff. First ever study level add-on in Flight Simulator 2024. It is the Just Flight RJ100. Everything looks a little bit weird today. I have no idea if this is Microsoft Flight Simulator settings or anything like that. I'm getting bandwidth warnings. It's the first time trying to stream with the sim. It could be very, very dodgy, so we're going to see how it works. We're going to give it a go. I don't think... I'll be right up in saying that I don't believe that Flight Simulator 2024 is at a release state at the moment. Does it look promising? Yes. At some times, does it look amazing? Yes. Are the flight dynamics improved? Absolutely. Are we going to continue to fly it for the remainder of this year? No, I don't think so. I think we're going to go back to 2020. And Nighthawk, for sake of argument, who's usually my wingman, he's not invested in 2024 yet. He's waiting to see what happens. We're going to give it a go. I mean, we'll alternate. I will continue to fly 2024, and if I don't destroy the place in the meantime. Don't even know how I managed to do that. But, I mean, kudos to Just Flight for getting it in so quick. It does look good. And, I mean, if I go to... just so you can kind of see the camera. It just, everything looks just... I mean, it's looking good. I don't know if there's changes that I've heard of as a result of the... There's a texture difference and etc., that kind of thing. That may, bear in, I don't know, but I mean, it does look pretty good. For a port, it's looking amazing, right? So, we're gonna give it a go anyway. And I will be coughing, so I do apologize, but I can't do it. Unfortunately, I can't help it. Jamie says, only flown into Cairo once from Heathrow with premium deluxe Cairo scenery. Very nice. Well, we now need to figure out how to fly this airplane again. So I've been flying. My intent was to actually fly the stock Airbus 321, which is not bad. It's not. I mean, for a stock aircraft, it's actually pretty good. It's in a builds. I'm somewhat blown away by it. But there's things that, there's good and bad about it, I guess I could say. But once I saw that the RJ was released for 2024, I was like, oh, come on, that's got to be our first stream, surely, to pay homage to our fantastic supporters, Just Flight. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today, guys. So I've imported everything from the flight plan, so we can start the refueling. think it's got on instant here. And passengers, I'm just going to do instant for them as well.
Boarding is complete.
There we go. So that's it. So we've got our 0 fuel rates, our dryer weights, center of gravity. That's all ready to go. Let's get this thing turned on. I think we have external power. I'm not sure. Or we can request it. Let's ask for ground power. Jamie says, I still haven't done a flight in 2024. Downloaded my Canaries sceneries to do some winter ops. Yeah, very nice. Or winter ops, is that what you mean? Very nice. I mean, at times it's stunning. I have done, as an example, I did a balloon flight from Edinburgh, which was fun actually. It was, I must admit, it was more fun than I thought it was going to be. But it really, when you do the balloon flights, it really makes you stop to look around the scenery because it just gives you 360 degrees of view, and it looks awesome. I mean, there is no doubt about the fact that Microsoft 2024 is, when it's ready, it will be a massive improvement over 2020. And performance-wise, for me so far, it's been great, provided I've not had any bandwidth issues. Now, it is a Saturday. I've had no server warnings all week when I've been trying it. And suddenly today, bang, I get low bandwidth warnings. So, yeah, I mean, I know they're trying to fix stuff there. We got external power now. So we can bring that on. Let's get all this stuff turned on. And we'll jump over to our FMC here and we'll get that going. Nav data out of date. Yeah, okay. That's actually something I didn't check. So Navigraph, if you are using that is now picking up on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's not doing any nav data updates for 2024, but I suspect, and actually let's go to Showcase and we'll see what happens here. So if I go to 2024, I'm just going to see. Yes, it has actually picked up the RJ Professional. I'm not going to update it now because I'm already booted into the sim. But that's great. I mean, awesome. We're now starting to see all these add-on companies slowly becoming compatible with everything, which is really, really good. So, but as you can see there, it's like at the moment, no nav data update for 2024 directly. So I don't know if that is something that is coming, or if the AirAct cycle of 2024 is that good that maybe they don't need it. I'm not really entirely sure, but anyway, it is what it is. Right, we will need to the only thing I do find weird is that sometimes these textures look blurry. Now, I know that they're not blurry in 2020. And I don't know, as this is a downloaded plane, I honestly can't understand how they would be blurry now. So, I mean, some of it's just a little bit weird. And I really don't understand why sometimes things are blurry. I mean, I certainly do with the stock airplanes, because what you'll notice is with the stock airplanes, you'll notice that because it's streaming in, sometimes it's just like, it's actually, you know, because it's trying to stream in the actual plane. I do have an error on INS1 again, so I don't know if that's because it's something I'm doing wrong. But you can't switch these off, unfortunately. Once they're on, they're on. So this is an update. This is V1.2, I believe. So now, this is a good question. I don't know if we can retrieve the company route here. So we go back to NetRef. Is it menu? Can't remember. NetRef. Index. Flight plans. Yeah, it's not going to find it. So it has picked that 0 out of 1 stored flight plan, so that's good. I'm glad that they've done that. Okay, let's just start from scratch then. Zero fuel weight today will be 37 point. It's 37 basically. Get that punched in. Reserves. Oh, we'll just say 1 for the moment. Cruise altitude today is, if we go to the OFP, flight level 370. Oh, that seems awfully high. If I actually switched this flight plan for the RJ, that's the question. No, I didn't. That's what I've done wrong. Bear with me, guys. 2 secs. Gonna make a slight adjustment here. Still running a flight plan for 321, that's why. Oh, come on. Everything's taking so long. Hopefully you can still see me. If I'm coming through clearly, if you could just let me know, that'd be helpful. Right. Recalibrate that. RJ100. Oh yeah, it's 15 minutes of block time. That's a good thing. And we're going to fly out of 23 center today because it's nice and close. So ignore the 23 left. I'll be flying 23 center if you're flying with us today. Not that I'm expecting many to fly with me today. I haven't really seen many people online at all. Right, flight level 310. That seems a bit more realistic. Fortunately, we're gonna have to punch this in manually, I think. So. Right, 310. Let's get that in. Cruise wind today is 240 and 80. And ISO deviation is 8 degrees. Plane fuel, we'll just say something. Yeah, 7.4 fuel weight, that's fine. That's good. Execute, yep. Execute that. We can probably pre-warm the Simbrief downloader. Oh, I'll just exit the program, that's fine. Okay. Oh, Nighthawk, there he is. Says, I'm here in FS 2020 flying the Fenix Sharklets for the first time. Oh, very good. The Fenix is actually compatible with 2024, isn't it? Dr. Punish, how is the RJ, in your opinions, also? How long will this flight be? Flight will be about 2 hours and 15 minutes, Dr. Punish, and thank you for coming along. RJ is fantastic. It is a brilliant, brilliant airplane. I've never flown it in 2024, so we may come across some unpredictable things, but I'm hoping that everything's going to go smoothly. But in terms of an add-on for 2020, it's absolutely astounding. It's really, really, really good and fun to fly. But it takes a bit of learning. That's the only thing I will say. Right, what was I going to do now? I've lost my place. Oh, I was going to put up that back again. Okay, right, okay. Right, we got to put in this flight plan. So, what's the easiest way to do this? I'll probably need... I'm going to have to look at it off screen, guys, so I do apologize. but the root is at the top there. Okay, so we're going direct to flight plans. The legs going direct to CVO. I presume it's always going to pick the closest one, hopefully. That actually worked though. Oh, root. Sorry, root. There we go. Sorry, origin is we're doing this out of order here. HECA. And we're flying to Baghdad, which is ORBI. Where's delete? No! Stop it. ORBI. Oh, so our first one is CVO. Pick that, and then that is direct, and then we're going next to, is that Menly? Via L677 via Menly. And then we're going to N697 to Sisek. And then via Whiskey 976 to Nighthawk. This is long flight plan. And then Lima 550 to Canuck. And then a Bravo 411 to Olina, is that? Bloody hell, this is a huge flight plan. Oh my god. Mike 3919. This is why it's always better to load these in. The Sesmo. And then we've got Uniform Mike 690. And that's going to Loxy. And then we've got Uniform Mike 690 again. To Ornal. I know this is kind of like watching paint dry, guys. I do apologize, but there's no other way I can get these in. Actually, see, that's what I was wondering. It's like it says, well, why would you use the same via? Why don't you just put the last one in? And it looks like the FMS is like, well, I don't need more than one, so I'm just gonna wipe out the previous one you put, which makes sense to me. Then we've got Lima 200. to Silbo. And then we're direct to Sebi. And then Gebsi. I spelled Gebsi now. S-E. Tenelda. God, for such a short flight, there's a lot of flight point waypoints in this. And then to ORBI on 33 right. Okay, let's activate that. Now, if we go to departure arrival, we're going to be departing HECA on 23 center. And that's just direct as well. And then if we go to departure arrival again, we're arriving at ORBI on ILS, I think it's 33 right. Yeah, ILS 33 right. And we're going to transition through Sebi, I think. We'll see how that comes out. Turn on the displays here. Now we can go into plan mode and actually have a kind of a quick look at what this has done to us. So we go legs. Is that in plan mode? That's a question. Oh, you know what? I still don't have a... I can't fix it. Hands. I can see it on that side. I wonder if I can switch that over somehow. There's usually a way to transfer it, but that's gonna be annoying. Okay, right. Let's slide over to the first officer's side for the moment. So if you go to FMC, go to plan mode on here. Go. And we'll bring in that range. I think that range is down. So we can now step through that. So if I step, Finley, looks fine. Up we go. These crazy waypoints. Gebsi, okay, we do have some overlap there, I think. Yeah. So what we'll do is we're going to bring that Sebi. Clear that. And that's Sebi to there. Just have a quick look, see if that's gotten rid of the... No, we're still claiming it. Alright, bring Gebsi up to there. Execute. And then I'm going to bring Gebsi there. Alright, so if we go to the end now. Still doing something a little bit weird there. Oh, because I've got Gebsi in again. Okay, you know what? We'll try and figure it out when we get there. I don't know. It's the BA... the RJ... Yes, it's the BA-146. that was upgraded with a FADEC, an auto throttle essentially, and a more modernized autopilot control. Alright, so we'll get this. Oh, why can't I clear that? So annoying. I know it's probably something I'm doing wrong, but... There must be a way, I think, to transfer it over to this side of the screen as well, but... kind of stuck. So we're gonna have to use Nav2 probably to navigate today, because we do have a good INS on Nav2, so that's fine. I know it's probably something I'm doing wrong. Anyway, let's get the APU started. So we'll get pump on here, and I'll start the APU up. Get the sim noises here. Okay. Right, sorry, we're missing a few things here. See, the other thing I don't like about 2024 is none of the preset views seem to work, and I don't know if that's because... Anyway, no smoking can come on, cabin emergency should be armed, beacon is on, nav is on. We can put on the fans for now, why not? Assuming the APU, see I'm getting bandwidth warnings again, this is probably just because it's Saturday, I think. And we can put on the APU gen. Let's give it power here, let's get our pumps on. Oh, the pump, that doesn't need to come on yet. Those are already on, so that's fine. Okay, we've got charge and hydraulics, that's looking good. Everything else I think is fine for the moment. Arm the emergency lights, fasten the seatbelts. What we can do at this point is we can take off the ground power. And we can take off the chocks once that ground power is released. I keep seeing this guy called Woody. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. Let's look at our METARs today as well. At HECA, we are looking at closest we can go. 1018. Yeah, it's just a little bit of weirdness with how the rendering is on 2024. It's a little bit strange to me. Right, let's get in our VNAV. So we're going 141 rotation today. Just do a quick check to see that that's in there, which it is. And for INS, I'm going to take that up to about 190, which is a bit of a cheat. 1.4 technically should be going 1.46. But I've got my reasons. We will need to enter performance data as well. I think let's just make sure we got everything done. Reserves, sorry, let's get that done. Oh, why is it clean? I think that was 8, wasn't it? 7.4, don't know why those, maybe I didn't execute when I put them in. Okay, It's okay for now. We'll save that flight plan, actually. Why not? And, oh, yes, if there's only a way I could switch this over to Nav 2, that'd be perfect. Huh. Air data, both two. Thought I'd cracked the system there for a second. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. This should be fun. I'll have to fly it from the co-pilot side. Okay, just do a quick test of the warning system there. All right, I think we're ready to go. So, let's get the airport diagram up here. Luckily, everything else is working in 2024. So we're here. So we're going to do 23 center takeoff. So it's basically just back out. I think we'll loop around to Yankee. It's a weird airport, Cairo. I'm not going to miss this airport if I'm being honest. We'll take Sierra down, picking up Tango, and then right to the end there. I think that's how we're going to do it. So that's fine. If we go back and look behind us. Yeah, so we're basically just coming around and then... Assume we can just take that all the way down. That's the runway there, so as long as we get to that somehow, that'll be fine. Okay. Alright, just make sure the parking brake is on. Which it is. We go back to our chocks. Those can come off. I think we should be able to start the engines now. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 just for speed. Generally, you're supposed to do 4, 3, 2, 1. But in this case, we're just going to leave it. So, okay, PAX. I want to make sure PAX is off. That's the question. Excuse me. Yeah, PAX is off, so that's fine. So we can now go to engine 1 and let's see if we can start up here. Must have missed something. It doesn't seem to be doing much. These displays look weird. I'm missing something here. That's on. That's on. I am confused. It's all looking good. So this could be a bug. Alright, let's try this, just see if it does anything. It is spinning. Hmm. I think that could be a bug. Nope. Missing power somewhere. Uh-oh. After some misadventures, you're airborne? Oh, good. I don't think I missed anything. Possibly fuel. The fan's off. Try that. Don't know. It's very strange. This might be a short stream. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know. It could be something I'm doing wrong, guys, though. That's the thing. So I must stress this may not be a bug in the product, but something I'm missing. What are you barking about? Ice protection. That kills. It says the APUs. APU generator's definitely on. Okay, I think I'm just, I'm going to have to go back and do some reading, but I could be something that's going wrong with the plane, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's, I think it's something I might be doing. That's the question. Switch that to ground, mission on. Sorry, not for good viewing, is it? But... Alright, let's just... That is definitely spinning. I'm just not getting any readouts here, so that's what I'm kind of worried about. But we'll bring in the fuel anyway. Certainly sounds like it's spilling up. Doesn't it? Interesting. Okay. definitely have life there, so. Gonna have a guess about where I need to bring the fuel in. Probably about there. Yeah, there are checklists somewhere, mate. It's cockpit preparation, circuit breakers, yeah, they were fine. Radar was off. Electric JP, AP set, yeah. Oxy valve and pressure on, I think so. Oop. Oh, that's so awkward. That's fine. That's all fine. Computer ears on. And we can put in, bring in pump 2 now that's running. Which is, where's my pumps? There's engine 2 pump. Right. I'm just going to continue with the start. And it'll be about there. Start there. Bring that bleed air on, and we can bring on pump 3 as well. Go to 4. Out there. Okay, now let's do a walkthrough of the overhead. Right, generator 1 is offline. That's interesting. Use ignition. Start master can come off. We know the engines are running. Oh, there we go. That's why. Start master was on. That's what's going to impact that. APU stays on. Put packs on now. What's it whining about today? Parking brake. Ice protection still. Okay. What, because of these guys? Okay. Ice detection system's on. We need that. We're in the middle of the desert, so I don't really see the point of... Oh, all that should be on. That's fair. I still don't know why I have that warning light. We don't need that on for the moment, so let's see how far we're going to get with things kind of partly working. Don't need strobe yet, that's fine. No idea. Okay, there we go. Let's just do a quick control check here. It's fine. Spoiler's working, and bring in flaps 18. Okay. Can break off. All going to go terribly wrong, guys. So as mentioned, I may be making mistakes. There does seem to be a couple oddities. Which could be related to 2024, but do not assume that that is the case, because it could just be me being thick and I have got something wrong. Next time, needless to say, next time we fly the RJ, I'll be back in the 2020 anyway. So, like right now, it's just there's too many things to rule out to really understand what's going wrong at the moment. So, landing light should be on. Where's that? Backseat. There we go. Get out the 23 seat. Yeah, it looks like the servers are getting hammered today as well, because the textures, it usually looks a lot better than this. I've been flying it during the week, and I've not had anything like this so far. It's always looked pretty decent. So I couldn't really tell you exactly what's happening here. Some lights here. Assuming I'm going the right direction anyway. I think so. It is, there's a lot of taxiways for this. I mean, I think they don't know what they were thinking. But you can see, I mean, performance is fine. I mean, it's just the some of the textures are a bit wacky at the moment, so I'm not quite sure what's going on, but everything else looking all right. I take it you're flying in 2020 right now, Nighthawk, are you? I think we'll pick up the runway here. I think that's enough space for us. Okay, right. Strobes on. Landing lights to flight. Everything else is good. Safe stuttery Microsoft Flight Simulator 20. Well, once we get up in the air, I'll see if there's anything I can do to fix some of these issues.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. I should have alerted the cabin crew, shouldn't I? Okay.
Check thrust. Airspeed alive. Thrust set.
Cabin is secured.
80 knots.
Rotation coming out.
Go. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up selected.
Okay, what we'll do is we're gonna bring in nav 2 and level change. There we go.
Don't sink.
Don't worry, I won't. Okay, next thing. Get this up to 220. Airplane should start climbing, and we can raise the flaps. And take it up to 250. And we're away. And hopefully flying on nav 2. Take that off. Let's go over a co-pilot seat here for a sec. Okay, so we want to go to Emily. Oh, LNAV. Turn on LNAV, that helps. Try this again, right? Let's try going to Sisek. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we take it up to 3100.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew have been released to begin their service, but please note that the seatbelt signs are still on.
Love the cabin announcements in this. One of the voices sounded really familiar, did it? Who do you think it was? CMP Something master. Someone from Airliners Live? Oh yeah, could be. Good shout. We're cooking with great gas right now. So there's RS, that was not fine. Oh, excuse me. Not entirely sure. Okay, where are we? On our way to Menley. Just gonna bring the touch loud, bring those engine noises down a wee bit, but sounding great. I mean, apart from a few issues, which could be partly be down to me, it's looking really good. Once this is all working properly, it's going to be absolutely spectacular. I'm quite excited about this. Up to 12,000, take your lights off. And we take off the continuous ignition as well. Don't need that anymore. And APU can come off as well. And we have no warnings on our warning board, so we're in good shape. Apart from this guy. And I'm really wondering if that might have something to do with why we have no engine readouts. I don't really want to be pressing these buttons. CMPRTR. Let's do a Google on this. Definitely missed something. Oh, that should be in climb for a start. Sorry, that should be in climb power already. Yeah, I'm not sure. Passing 18,000, we can now drop this to standard, which is 2992 or 1013. Off to get coffee? Yep. I won't follow this guy, no, I promise. I mean, so far, I think we're doing okay. Plane seems to be flying fine. Okay, how do you search? Oh, that could be coming in because the INS, I think. Just reading up on the alignment stuff to see if there's anything I can fix there. Magnetic heading value must be inputted into the FMS. Okay, past 20,000. And we got some news to talk about today as well, guys. Drop the engine noise a little bit more. It's a bit loud. A few things to talk about in the world of flight simulation. Yeah. Happy days. Okay. Just looking at the top climbs coming up, so that's about what we set to here. 80. Let's bring it up to 160. It's a lot of waypoints. That top climb about 50 miles away there. The plane does start to slow down on its ascent when it gets closer to. Ooh, we could, of course, we could increase our speed to 280. Because we're in level change mode, the airplane automatically drops the nose to get up to that 280, and then it'll start the incline again. Apart from that, let's look at some scenery actually. There you go, guys. What do you think? Does it look better or worse? Have you had a chance to fly 2024? What are your opinions? Okay, so I will be right back. Stay with me. Alright, back with you guys. That's looking pretty nice. I could be wrong, and maybe we'll go back to 2020 next week when we'll take notes. I do think it looks a little bit more vibrant in 2024, the terrain. Just something slightly better about it. It's hard to put my finger on, though. It's weird, too. That's a weird tune as well. Let's go for Tried Classic. Do we have any blues? I'll do. Okay. Altitude check 26,000 feet. Still climb about 600 feet per minute. That's fine. Not in a hurry. We're just trying to save fuel. Our approach today is going to be ILS runway 33, right? Show you there. So we want a course 326 110.1 on the VOR. That's where that Gebsi is. So Sebi Gebsi. So we could probably just fly direct to Sebi, actually. There is a Sebi approach, which basically you overfly it, and then you do almost like a left base. We'll have a look at that. Anyway, 326 110.1. Let's get that in. Alright, is ready on standby, both standby frequencies for our ILS approach. So yeah, if we go back down to our legs here, let's have a look at this. Here's Sebi Gebsi. Nelda, is Nelda even part of it? Nelda is there as well, yeah. So Sebi Gebsi Nelda is basically our lineup. So anything prior to that should be fine, yeah. I don't see any problems with that flight plan, actually. Based on 3,600 feet at Sebi, which might actually be ILS alignment at that point, so. And that is definitely wrong. So let's get that put in. $3,600 at Sebi. Was that right? And we want to be at 2,100 at Gebsi. And at Nelda. It's basically en route, isn't it? So I think, well, at that point we'll have picked up the ILS anyway, so it probably doesn't really matter. Oh, we got Gebsi in twice. Why is that? There we go. That's why we're a bit confused. There, Nelda's now calculated 350. There we go. That should be fine now. So if we go over to go to plan mode again and drop the range a little bit. Should now see a bit more of a rational approach in there, I think. There you go. Oh, right, that'll be our... So that's our final approach, and I think that must be the go-round. Which isn't always... doesn't look the most clever on that display for some reason. But that's good, that's fine. So we're good. On we go. Okay. Now at 29,000 feet. Well, we could probably turn the seatbelts off, I think. Okay. And we should get an announcement as well. Look, watch this. Do you find this
Ladies
really
and
cool?
gentlemen, the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. You are free to move about the cabin.
I wonder where that came in, actually. Very cool. Thank you very much, Just Flight. I think once we get all the kinks worked out in 2024, this is going to be a fantastic airplane to fly. Everything else seems to be okay. Yeah, I just don't have our engine displays for some reason, so I don't know what I've missed. That's an issue on my end. And I don't have, for the record, I do not have any other add-ons in 2024. This is the only one. So it can't be a conflict or anything like that. Ooh, I wonder if the weather works. That would be altitude horn, was it? Yeah, that's our altitude horn. So we are approaching cruise. Seems to be coming through a different audio channel for some reason. I found that a bit interesting. Just in case you thought those announcements were really loud, it seems to be beaming through a different channel. I haven't isolated which one it is. I'll tell you what we could do, and this is will be really interesting to see if the cabin crew reacts. I'm going to turn the seatbelts back on again, just to see what they say.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Isn't that cool? Right, so that the audio is coming through the setting for the communication and chat. That's where that's going, rather than through the default channel for Microsoft for the simulator itself. So I'll turn those off again, just because I like to make the cabin work.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. You are free to move about the cabin.
It's the only add-on I've ever seen that does that too. It's amazing. Okay, we are now in Mach mode. You can see that that's switched up there. We're going to wait until we get to our cruise, and then we're going to switch that up to Mach 0.7, which is the cruise speed for the RJ100. Look at that. I love how the weather is definitely a big deal in 2024. I really do like it. You get some lovely atmospheric effects. And look at the cirrus cloud up there. I mean, this is new, right? You just did not get this in 2020. So this kind of cirrus effect layer, which is very realistic. And you can just see a little bit of a mist or haze down there, which is really cool. Okay, we are now at cruise altitude, I think. I don't know if these are like, it's quite a weird course. It's almost like we're trying to avoid danger or something like that. Avoid surface-to-air missiles, I'm not sure. But the plane flies beautifully. It's absolutely lovely. Once you get the hang of all this stuff up here, which I know it looks really overwhelming, but once you understand what everything is, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Just doing another double check to see if I've missed anything. Okay, batteries, everything's looking alright. Like, Ninja 1 gens in the green. Very strange. Very strange. I just wish I could fix that, and then I'd be quite happy. I'll probably get all sorts of stuff we don't have on there. There is TCAS on here as well. And I think that would be the transponder down there somewhere. Oh, that's combined transponder and TCAS switch. Apart from that, plane's just kind of doing its thing. Legs. There we go. Yeah, I can imagine if you have a high-powered machine, it really helps. I'm running currently a... Well, my specs are in the thing, but... I mean, considering I do not have a high-range PC, it's running really well. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, we definitely seem to be circumventing around something. Anyway, we're supposed to do some news, eh? Okay, I'll just make sure the airplane is all settled. Alright, guys. And let's do some news. Do bear with me. I seem to have closed all my news, so we're gonna go get that ready for you. 2 secs. Oh. Rid of that. Quick and dirty this time. Okay. So we're just doing top 5 today. She's come in. PMDG biggest release today, I think, is that PMDG has released their freighter variant of their very popular 777 Microsoft Flight Simulator, only for 2020 at the moment. They are planning to do compatibility ports for 2024. but we haven't had any news of yet. All we have heard is that it does cause. It seems to be that they found issues with 2024 that they hadn't necessarily anticipated, and it's going to take them a little longer to fix. So hopefully they'll be able to do that soon. Nighthawk says the flight avoids Israel and Saudi Arabia airspace. Oh, there you go. Okay. Interesting. FS Labs, the controversial FS Labs is showcased their 321 in a pre-release live stream. A lot of people are excited about this. Other people are not so soon to forgive us, FS Labs, for their potential malware that they introduced in previous previous releases on P3D and others. Yeah, it looks like that reputation has come back to haunt them a bit. I mean, to be fair, a good add-on is a good add-on is a good add-on. I guess it all depends on whether they're trying to do anything tricky again with their anti-copyright or their copyright protection software, which they think is in their best interest, but it turned out that it was actually stealing information from browsers for legitimate users. So yeah, it's fortunate. I do have low bandwidth today, guys, but it's looking pretty good anyway. So you can go check that out. And yeah, I do wish them well, but personally, I don't know if I will be one to jump onto the FS Labs bandwagon. UK 2000 scenery is released at Guernsey. And this is looking really nice. Guernsey's a very underserved airport in terms of scenery. There is some good freeware stuff out there, but it's always nice to see a high fidelity version. And it's a very popular airport too. I just see a lot of traffic. I know they get EasyJet there, as well as potentially Ryanair, and obviously, as you can see, a lot of small airports because there's lots of rich people that live there. Mad Dog is bringing their X to 2024 as a native free upgrade. Great on them, well done. So if you have the Mad Dog's X M82, good news for you is they are going to make a compatible version for 2024, and that will be absolutely free of charge, which is brilliant. And finally, if it ever loads, Inabuilds has released their version of Brisbane Airport, which, if there's enough bandwidth to show it, there you go. Yeah, is looking absolutely spectacular. They do make some really good scenery, we must admit, and it's always nice to see some of these smaller regional airports taken care of as well. So if you are a big fan of Australia, either you live in it or you like flying around it, do check out the Inabuilds Brisbane. Is probably right up your alley. And look at that, lots of detail, lots of small establishments around the area there. Very, very cool. And that is the news today. Go folks. Okay, get the music back up here. Where are we? We should have a top of descent at some point. I don't know if it appears on... No, it doesn't, so... looks like it'll be after... excuse me, be after Simbrief, which is not even on our plan yet, so our screens yet. So we got a ways to go. And no display to speak of on this side. See, I know on the 737 you can switch over your MFD. Wonder if there's a way. I don't think I've seen that functionality though. Let's go check the circuit breakers for a sec here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Does that help? No. Oh, I was getting too excited. FGC select. Yeah. It's a weird one. Did notice the DC pump wasn't on. I wonder if that... No, I don't think that would make a difference, though. Don't think we got any DC power right now, anyway. Interesting. Yep. Right, Mitar, let's check what Baghdad it is. Okay, let's see. Index approach. Oh, that's in there as well. In 10. Course 326. Don't think we have to put wins or anything into there by the looks of it. Yep, not sure. The other thing I've noticed on 2024 is the weather radar does seem to work. I did a flight in Europe the other day. It was quite rainy, and you could definitely see heavier storms. We got Storm Albert or whatever the heck's hitting us right now, and you could definitely see that the weather radar was showing up on the some of the stock aircraft. So that is very exciting, really exciting. Alright, let's see what do we have a prediction thing here? We will be in 13:43, so that's wow, that's over an hour. That's longer than I expected. I might lose some of my audience by the time I get there. but we'll see. Look at that scenery, though. That's lovely. That does look really cool. Okay, on that bombshell, I'm going to grab a coffee. And I'll just leave you guys with some lovely views out here. And I'll be right back. Right back with you guys. Still flying our mini waypoints. Excuse me. There's something I just figured out. We can actually raise that knob. Let's reset it. Let's try that then. Let's turn it off. Set it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Well, that's a different level. Look at this. Who thought deserts could be so interesting here? Oh, excuse me. Absolutely stunning. I mean, this is really, I think, where 2024 is shining. Is just the atmospheric side of it. Really, really something. Okay. How far are we to SIGB then? Or SIGB, was it? SIGB? 1529. About 45 minutes to top of the sun. Excuse me. Oh, don't be sick, people. It's not very fun. Look at that, though. Cloud layers are definitely something different now. Oh dear, oh dear. While we're sitting here, what's another thing I wanted to pull up? Find it. Oh, here we go. I thought it was pretty cool. Big thanks to Nighthawk, our news correspondent, for finding this as well. It's this guy here. So it's kind of cool. FlightSim.to has identified, I think they're free, add-ons to heighten your 2024 experience, they say. First is they've got the key commands and layouts, which is, ooh, I could probably benefit from this right now. Not that I can read it very well, but ATC panel choice. So I think if it's black, what does that mean? Control if it's green. I think if it's black, it's just nothing. So yeah, that might be helpful if you're trying to get to grips with the new controls. You can, however, switch it to 2020 controls as well on the keyboard if you haven't seen that yet. Also, custom views for all aircraft. So this is a mod that provides personalized views. You just download the mod, extract the files, place them in the appropriate folder depending on your game installation type. I'm not really sure how that works, but that sounds really cool. The subtle taxi ribbon, this is kind of interesting. So if you want taxi guidance, it just puts like a nice little kind of wee arrow in for you. That's not something I use usually, but there you go. And there's an airport override checker that will check that you don't have any competing airports in your thing. I could use this for 2020, let alone 2024. So yeah, just in case you think you have a conflict, you got weird stuff happening in the sim for scenery, that might be useful. Then you got precision control with sim rate selector. This looks kind of cool. So this is looks like you can just adjust the sim rate like you used to be able to do back in FSX days, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know how well it works. Night mode, that sounds interesting, so you can just switch the color. But yeah, these are all free. And then you got a briefing panel, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's tons of stuff coming out for 2024 now, which is really cool. I couldn't even begin to tell you what this is for. Panel manager. Yeah. So yeah, go check that out. I'll put the link in the chat. It is lots of good stuff on there to get you started for 2024. Anyway. All right, where are we? Sigby is now our third waypoint away, so that will be when our started descent is going to kick off at some point. We may have to fly our descent from the co-pilot side just to make things a little bit easier. Oh no, I was getting myself excited. We're nowhere near Sigby at all. I think I made this flight a bit too long. I'll tell you one thing, Nighthawk, I'm glad I wasn't going to Kuwait because that would have been even longer. But I think we'll try that next week. We've got a new livery to show off for the Duke turbine, and can't think of a better way to do that than do the flight from Baghdad to Kuwait in the turbine. I think that'll be good. And we'll be doing that on Flight Simulator 2020 next week. So, but we wanted to get at least one 2024 flight in. I will continue to monitor 2024 as things come out for it. And so far, so good. I mean, wow. So far, so good. We have definitely seen some issues. Possibly something I've caused. I'm not entirely certain. Mrs. Tippy's just dropped in. She goes, hello, everyone. Hello. How Mrs. Tippy are? How are you? I am still sick. In case you can't tell. I'm really, really lingering this one. I'm actually getting to the stage where I'm really fed up with it. You can always check to see if failures. So we're just trying the RJ. Just came out for 2024, so we're just checking to see if it's all working. I definitely have an issue with the engine readouts. There is a problem with the RU, but I think it's something I'm doing wrong, so I'm not worried about that. But this issue, that one I can't figure out at all. I really don't know what's happening there. Sorry to hear I'm not feeling well. Yeah, no, thanks for that. It's just that time of year. Unfortunately, it's just constant rain and damp right now, so it's the weather's not really giving me much chance to feel better either. Right, if you go to failures. No. Yeah, I don't think there's any failures there, really. It's not made a difference anyway, so... Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that. Seem to get readouts here, just not on my, reset. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just keep flying over the desert. Excuse me. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Ugh, dying. Oh, it's a bit quiet in here, isn't it? The winter finally showed up in the GTA. Yeah, I saw that. I have my uncle stays up in Kincardine, and he was showing me some incredible photos. They're just absolutely buried under snow. It's supposed to be getting more snow today. Snow can get quite bad out east of Toronto, can it? I've noticed that. Lake effect stuff. See if there's anybody around. Not a soul in the sky. Contrails look a bit more real too. Not quite as white as they used to be. Right. I say right, there's not much I can do at the moment. It's just... it wouldn't be cool if I could get this working again. Oh, who's calling me? Or is that just some random... Must be a way to do it. I don't know. Something to read up on. We still got good IRU on the right side, so we're flying on that. Which is why I've got Nav2 engaged here. As long as you got one good one. It's good to know for failures. If you ever have an INS or IRU failure, just fly in the good one. Perseverance is the key. So if you tried 2024 yet, Mrs. Tippy, I'd be interested to know what you and the mister think. I mean, it definitely looks pretty from the outside. The clouds look a lot better. Way better. And it's a lot smoother as well, I find. The only thing, worst experience I've had though is I started up a flight in LaGuardia. And the performance was really degraded. I don't know if that was because of the fact it was New York, or it was a lot of people there, or what it was, but yeah, or maybe just bad servers at the time. I'm not sure. That's the problem, is you never know what's actually impacting it. And there's a lot of people like already starting with tips and hints on how to improve your performance, and it's like, I don't think there's anything you can do. I mean, right now, my advice would be, if your computer is struggling somehow, just close the app, try it another time, another day, and see if you get a difference. Because if you're getting performances differences, it's probably got nothing to do with your PC. It's probably all server side. This is part of the problem, right? I mean, it's things completely out of our control that could totally impact our experience. And it did come up on the recent developer brief, because York brought up that question directly. So will we be able to download stuff? And he didn't really say no, but he kind of did. He basically said, well, there's just too much data. Oh, he says he could, if you were to download everything, you'd need like I think he said like a 2.5 terabyte hard drive or something like that, which I guess it's not all the world data, but just like all the aircraft and you know. And he said they just didn't think that was going to happen because it's too much. And you know, that's fine. I agree with that, but at least let us be able to locally cache the airplanes that we want to fly. Like I quite like the Innobuild 321. So I'd like to, rather than stream it, go in and just say just cache it, right? Just go put that in my rolling cache and leave it there. And maybe I guess it kind of does that automatically if you're constantly flying the same airplane, but. I've been doing some flying, yeah. Scenery looks better, yeah. Still waiting for a few planes to come over, yeah, I think we all are. This is, like I said, this is the first one. And again, I will caveat this and say, maybe I have done something wrong here, but I've never had an issue with this plane where I just didn't have any engine displays coming up here. So I don't know if that is because of something I've done, or if that's some sort of compatibility issue with 2024. But I was able to get the engine started, so I know that that's working. And apart from that, everything else on the airplane seems to be working, so we'll try an ILS approach today and see if that is working okay. But yeah, at the moment, I mean, for the most part, it's generally working. I'm still having a fun time flying the plane. Apart from my INS issue, but I think that's something that I've caused. Although if anybody has any tips on how to try and recover it, that'd be great. You're missing the VFR map. Ah, right. You don't like the EFB. Let's go have a look at it, actually. What's it there, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, it's got a pretty cool map in it. Oh, look, there's people over there. No one's flying to Baghdad, that's for sure. I don't know, this is pretty cool. Quite like it. Put satellite on there if you want. Pretty wild. It's so big. Oh, right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can shrink it either, unfortunately. So they almost need like a mini EFB then. I wonder if what happens if I put in HECA to ORBI. Oh, request wait from avionics. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, cool. I like that. Ha. So I've already put the flight plan in directly. You just you tell it to say, well, get the flight plan from the plane, rather than push it out, right? Get the flight plan from the plane. And it's done it. That's cool. I like that. Well, I think it's done it. Has it done it, though? No, maybe not. Hang on, let's try again. Request route from avionics. I could say find route. As long as it doesn't change anything in here, that's the main thing. I don't want to do that. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm warming up to this thing. It's pretty neat. You wish you could see our friends like we can in 2020 in the world map. Yeah, I actually think that that's just a general issue with the servers. Because, like I said, I look over here. Whoop. I can see guys here. Like, I don't think that's, and I don't have live traffic in, so. Anyways, we're not far away from our top of descent, which is cool. Well, I'm gonna switch over to this side for a wee bit. Okay, close that for now. Once you pass Simbrief, we have to be at flight level 196 by Silbo. Well, I'll change that now. If you know the area they're in, you can zoom in and try and find them, but it's so much easier in 2020, yeah. Yeah, it's, not everything's clicking that great at the moment, but I think I did read somewhere that they turned down the range on how far you can see multiplayer, because that's one thing I liked about 2020 is you'd load up and you can see people all over the place. Maybe they're far away, but at least you didn't feel alone, whereas now it's like you just boot up and it's like there's nobody, or maybe like one person. But I know they've done that to try and improve performance. So I just wonder, if they've taken too much on. Because they keep saying, well, we didn't think it'd be that popular, we didn't think it'd be that popular. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it is. And you've gone out and sold all these games. Granted, a lot of people are getting on Game Pass. But, I mean, you've made your bed, as they say. Okay, Sigby is about 8 miles off. Oh, I do have a top of descent marker, actually. There it is. Which is about where I thought it was going to be, so that's good. Oh, excuse me. I probably don't want to hear that. Oh, dear, oh, dear. They should have waited to release it. Yeah, I kind of said that at the start. I don't think that this is a release. I don't think this game's ready for release. And I don't know if there was just like so much pressure for them to get out the door, but I actually think this probably needed another 6 months. Work out the kinks. Certainly a lot better load testing, that's for sure. I mean, it's sometimes difficult because you don't know what you don't know until you get it out in the wild, and everybody starts trying it with all their different various configurations, and that's going to uncover new problems. I totally get that. But, I mean, it just seems like there's some stuff that's just dead obvious. Like, there's no way that they couldn't have known about it, you know? I haven't tried the career part. Well, I did. I was don't know if you're listening, but I had CST Gaming on, and I was like, yeah, so I went to my hometown airport, and it was like, there's nothing there. He's like, you have to go to like a small regional airport. And I went, oh, right, you know. But there's nothing that tells you that, right? Like it just says, where do you want to go? So you search, and it's like, you go there, and it's like, yeah, you can back out or just look. You know, it's like, it's like, well, could you not just say, put a thing on the airport saying, this airport, unfortunately, is not available for career to start your career mode? Nothing like that, right? Just like, nope. So I just assumed the career mode was broken. But it turns out I was just looking at the wrong kind of airport. It's silly little things like that like, guys, come on. I mean, surely someone has pointed this out. So, I don't know. Top ascent now, just brushing the 80-mile range there. I'll drop this to 40 miles. Or 80 miles? Yeah, 80 miles, that's fine. Actually, 40 miles. I always like monitoring at 40 miles, so I'll do 40 miles. Well, at least you know, with my good INS, I can fly on the first officer's side. That's useful. Course is already set up for ILS approach and everything like that, so I'm not worried there. GTN 750 has a good VFR map and works from the toolbar. Oh, there's a 2024 version, is there? Oh, yes, there is, but you can't use your license on both at the same time. So I'm gonna keep it in 2020 for the moment, especially if we're gonna fly the Duke turbine next week. I'm gonna need it. So yeah, I ain't porting that over to 2024 until this improves a lot. But what I will say is go to like a scenic area. Go to like Whistler or Edinburgh, which is where I went. Start off in the hot air balloon, but turn it on to like clear skies or like low winds. Honest to God, it is so much fun, and the scenery is really, really great. It's really cool, and you just look around, and it's just, I could just sit there. I found it really relaxed. I thought it'd be boring, but it's not. It's like super relaxing and super interesting, and every now and then you give a little tug on the fuel, just to bump up your altitude a bit, and so then I was trying to land it. I had live weather at the time, so there was quite a bit of wind. So I landed near in East Lothian near where was I? Long Nidri or something like that. And oh, there's a field. You know, I got it down the field, and the wind kept dragging me, and eventually it just dragged me down over the highway, down the beach, and into the North Sea. It was like, oh. So there must be a trick to landing the balloon, but it's fun. It's absolutely, I really like it. I think it's going to be, I could see like entire clubs forming around that, actually. I think it's a really chill out thing to do and a great way to check out all the scenery upgrades that Flight Simulator has brought in. So it's, yeah, I really want to see it fixed soon. But at the moment, you know, for regular purposes, for day-to-day streaming, it's not really that great for me. But it is what it is, right? Okay, SIGB now within the 40-mile range. 196 is set on our altitude. We'll start out with a level change, and then we'll monitor the descent arrival bar or bracket. So we want to do is hit 196 at Silbo, which is what the VNav has calculated our rough descent to be, and then after that 3600 to Sebi, and we'll get ready for our approach. Would that work for Xbox users? What's that, the GTN 750? No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's available. I don't think it's on Marketplace, is it? No. He's got a weird kind of licensing system. Yep, just cirrus clouds up there at the moment. Pretty. Yeah, it must be. Is that water over there? I'm not sure how close we are to body of water at the moment. Oh, there's the mister. How come your wife's always up before you? Oh. Does your wife get up first, Tippy, just so you don't get all the rose petals laid down on the ground for you, so when you get out of bed you just walk into the kitchen in your kind of your royal robes and coffee waiting for you, that kind of thing? You've been up since 3 a.m. Oh, right, okay. I take it back then. Any particular reason? Hope everything's alright. Well, I got people laughing anyway, that's alright. Okay, there's our top of descent indicator. Haven't been able to sleep last little while. I know your pain, sir. Oh. Sorry, guys, I got a fire alarm going off here. 2 secs. Someone cooking toast, I'm sure. Problem, all our fire detectors are all synchronized, so... It's not in the room, but it's somewhere in the house. I'm sure it's toast. Oh my god, I'll be so happy when this flight's over because I need to go lie down, I think. Self-medicate. That was loud. I thought it was in your house. Sorry about that. Yeah, it is a loud alarm, but I guess it needs to be, eh? So. Excuse me. Oh, dying to death. Well, I'm thinking about what's the Metar 4 thingy. Metar. ORBI is 1023. or 3021. Okay. 1023, guys. Don't let me forget. Right. Once we're able to switch over to ILS, we should be able to sit on the captain's side at that point. So we won't be dependent on the IRU anymore. Okay, top of descent is coming close. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend that range out a bit so I can see Sobel. Then we'll see where our predictive arrival bar comes, and we should be good. Purchase Hangar Studios Super Decathlon, you get the drop down in the toolbar available to use in any plane. What drop down's up? And I know, yeah, I actually meant to, supposed to be reaching out to Nick to get him on stream again to talk about his Super Decathlon. Actually, I might bring him back on too when he brings some compatibility for 2024. Oh, the GTN 750. Really? Huh. Interesting. Okay, top percent is there. So let's start with level change. See the engine's rolling back. Air supply. It's probably because the engine's thrown back too far, that's all. Okay, so at this point we're going to go to VS. Let's try 1500, get that bar up. A little bit more, let's try 2000. Watch our speed here. If we need some braking, we can do that. That is complete within our possibility, and I think we probably do. So let's get out some of the brakes. So you can see those coming out here. Look at that. Just to give us a little bit more control. And at this point, I'm going to switch this back. We'll go to 280 here. It's totally acceptable. Okay, checking over. We're still a bit high. Or we're not going to hit 196 ahead of Silbo yet, so we're going to drop that even further. Let's drop it down to 27,000 at 29. Just a bit better. Monitor speeds. Air braking is really useful here. Gives the airplane the help it needs to slow down and maintain a rate of descent, which is consistent with your approach. There we go. That's looking bang on, so I'm happy with that. After that, we'll be going down to 3600. So once we get close, we'll just rotate that altitude down to 3600 at the rate of descent that we need, and then monitor that way. You're actually texting him back and forth right now. I'll tell him to drop in. Who's that? Nick. Yeah, tell Nick I said hi. He's a lovely guy, Nick. Lots of time for Nick. Okay, is looking okay. Hopefully next time we fly this, I'll have a working INS on my my captain's seat. LNAV1, LNAV2. I wish there was a way you could switch that to LNAV2. That would fix so many problems right now. Must be a way to change it. Must be. That'll be my mission, to see if I can look into the down here. Oh, that'd be so amazing if I could switch that over. What's up? Hey Nick, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. We're testing out the first add-on to be brought over to 2024. It's gone mostly okay. I have no engine readouts. I don't think it's anything I've done. There is an INS issue, but I think I think I've caused that, so I'm not worried about that. But so far, yeah, it's working great, and the series looking good. Okay, let's extend that range out just a bit. We are on track to hit Silbo at 196, which is what we wanted. As mentioned, we will now continue to ascent down to 3600. Come on. There we go. And now what we're looking for is to see how that lines up. I don't think was there a hold in there, was there? Or is that that's our go-around procedure? 3600 at Sebi. Which looks like it's probably roughly where that needs to be, so that's fine. Just finished all your planes for backwards compel. Well, that's fast. And what did you find were the major issues? Because PMDGs basically went, we got issues. I know they're a slightly different ball of wax, but okay, we are dropping below 18,000, so I believe we want a 1023. So we're just going to change that. And we'll just do a quick double check there. 1023, 3021. There we go. Altitude is set correctly now. Looking over here, we're probably a bit aggressive. I'm going to drop off the vertical speed just a little bit. But not too much, because I want to get right down to altitude before we have to turn on to our approach. Lots of hard work. Yeah, I mean, for me, the one thing I'm noticing is the textures look they look pretty good. Actually look really good now I look at it, but it's just a little bit of polish, I think, needed. And it's possibly, maybe that's where the, your 4K textures come in. But I only run on 1080p, right? So I don't know how much difference it makes. But 8K textures to me is just mind-blowing. Like, who can even see that? How does that even work? Alright, let's just slide over here. So we get a better look at that. Yeah, that's going to put us at 3600 just below Sebi, so I'm going to stay with that rate of descent. Brakes are out at the moment. I might try putting them back, and we'll just see if the airplane can maintain that rate of descent. At this point, we will get the APU started. Whoop, sorry about that. Probably making everyone a bit dizzy. Yeah, well, yes, I know. Yeah, it looks like it's able to maintain the speed, so that's fine. We'll leave it there. What's altitude is nearing 10,000, so I'll get that on. We'll get the seatbelts on. We should get an announcement from the cabin as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Lovely. Okay, is that the APU ready up and going? So we'll get put engines on continuous. APU generator can come on now, and we can also bring on APU air. And that should clear any warnings we have for the moment. Okay, I'm going to bring out just a little bit of braking. Oop. Just to give a wee bit more assistance to the airplane. Because actually, we want to drop the airplane now, I think, to about 220. Let's try, yeah, 220. Checking our approach, still looking good, which should be about 3,600 before Sebi. That's on a range of 40, so that's actually getting very, very close. Let's drop it to 20. Yeah, all looking good. Samsung 8K 57-inch monitor is only 2,500 Canadian. Wow. Okay. So what do you watch in 8K on a 8K TV? Not even a question. The sim dumbs down the graphics anyway unless the developer forces them. Yeah, I'd imagine. Okay, we're starting to see something that's looking a little bit more green around here as well. But you don't think of Baghdad as a green place, do you? But of course it's a city, so there'll be lots of greenery. Okay, things are going to happen very quickly here. So we're going to get down through 600. I'm going to bring in the ILS. There's our horn. I'll leave our brakes out. We're going to let that airplane continue to brake. Actually, at this point, I want to bring the airplane down to about 180. And we'll bring out full brakes just to keep that rate of descent. Oh, that's good. Actually, I think we're okay because we're leveling off. Okay. Keeping it wise here, so we are... Drop that yet again. Just about 5 miles from our turn. Let's bring in those frequencies. Should hopefully get a... Yes, we do. We get a Q on there, so I'm going to hit our arm localizer. And we should be able to fly from this side shortly now. We're showing online with the glide scope. We want to get actually underneath it, hopefully. So I'm going to... At
Speed
point,
checked. Flaps 18.
Flaps 18 is selected. Okay, cabin crew can now prepare for...
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Thank you. Absolutely brilliant. It's like it knows what you want. So, I mean, the plane is working brilliantly, apart from a couple quirks at the moment.
Cabin is secured for arrival.
Okay, and our approach speed is 123, isn't it? So that's fine. Plane is turning to intercept the localizer. Also, our
Glide slope captured. Speed checked. Gear down.
Gear is down. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Localizer alive.
Let's start dropping the speed, boys. 130, I think, is a good starting point. We'll track the flaps as we go down. Flaps 24. Continuing to decelerate. 150 check, flaps 30. Airport in sight. And final. And we'll take it down to 125. It's a little bit of extra boost. Airplane goes into toga mode now. And we hope for the best. Oop. On the runway lights. Here we go. First landing on stream in 2024 in the absolutely stunning RJ100 from Just Flight. And at the moment, the plane is doing absolutely phenomenal. We have glide scope and localizer lock. You can see the VASIs down there. This is the other thing I've noticed about Flight Simulator 2024. The VASIs are more visible. I find them a lot easier to find now. And I be fair, I think that is accurate because I've seen them from the air as a passenger, and they're even during the daytime they are super bright, super bright. And I always found them a little bit difficult to find on 2020, but not anymore. And I do think that that's a great improvement. Okay, we must remember we do not have. Oh, sorry. Speed brakes are in. We'll just do a quick double check that our auto spoiler is armed, which it is. That's fine. So that will come out automatically when we land. And I think we'll be exiting to the right by the looks of it. There's the terminal there, I think. So. Apart from that, it's just on the way down. We're coming in over Baghdad in Iraq, folks. There is some buffering and scenery caching in. I can see it. It might not look that hot. It is Saturday. I'm pretty sure the servers are getting hit. I don't think it's my connection today. But at the moment, this airplane is flying on ILS, and it's doing an absolutely tremendous job. But yes, I think if the servers are working properly and you've got a great internet connection, this is going to look a lot better for you. Fingers crossed that all gets sorted out. Okay, getting a little weaving and bobbing, so I'm going to take control of the airplane now. Nice and steady. I do have to make some adjustments to my controls as well. I find the sensitivities are a little bit not where they need to be. Just remember, Devin. Sorry, William, I should say. Remember, William. You don't have reverse thrust. Don't forget. No reverse thrust. No reverse thrust. There we go. Looking good. Just off the center line ever so much. Bring it back. Bring it back.
500.
Not bothered with decision height today. That's fine. We'll call it at 200. Alright, looking good. Little bit of crosswind. I love the trees in Flight Simulator 2024. They really do look good. Really do. Oh, of course we're going to get a bandwidth warning now, aren't we? Well, there you go. And I don't think it's my side, to be honest, guys. I think it's a server problem.
100.
Just floating down. Look at that.
Air brakes out.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ground idle.
Oh,
Spoilers, yellow and green.
I like that. That was good.
Brake pressure checked.
Alright, some light braking here. Should be able to make that one, I think. Alright, bit more braking here. 60 knots.
60 knots.
Easily for that high-speed lane. We're going to ignore the fact that scenery looks like complete cack. But very happy with that landing. Probably the best landing I've done in the RJ, actually. And the flight dynamics do feel really, really good. I must admit. Planes do float. They do weave and bob in the winds. The ground handling is superbly better. That's something I cannot say enough. The ground handling in Flight Simulator 2024 has really improved. Definitely improved. Okay, let's we can get our spoilers in. Bring our flaps up now. Don't know why our spoilers are still out. Well, that's the lift spoilers, sorry. Sure they come in somehow, I'm not sure. I don't know how to turn those off. I'm lost. Where am I going? Probably completely the wrong way. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. I'm heading down a you know what? That's fine. It's a small jet. We're gonna take the private parking area today. Oh dear. Actually, maybe we'll head back. All right, we'll go down the runway and we'll gun it. Got a bit disoriented. Oh. Anyway, so, yeah, we should have just gone straight up when we hit that exit ramp. Okay. Love the callouts. Yeah, the callouts are really cool. That is one thing that's absolutely extraordinary about this
Airspeed
plane.
alive.
Now, this is weird. Sometimes you get a little bit of fuzziness. I don't know what causes that. Could be settings. Alright, I think I need to get off here. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? So what we'll do this time, rather than come round, is we'll just head straight on. It was the trees that threw me off. Almost looked like we were going the wrong way. So forget about that turnaround. And we'll take this way. Oh, I've got conflicting music here. Hang on. Is it, you actually get like a rival music? So the music you're hearing now is actually coming from the airplane, which is kind of neat. Well, look at that sunset. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. That's better. That is definitely an improvement. Oh, there's the terminal there. Okay. Wow, look at that. That is really cool. What does the airplane look like from the front? That is very cool. That is really, really nice. Look at that. That is stunning. Especially with the new trees. Oh, can't wait until this sim gets sorted out. Oh, wow. This is really, really nice. All right, let's go find ourselves a ramp. The only other thing that's really annoying me about 2024 is you seem to get these random airplanes parked everywhere. So, and I've turned AI traffic off, so why am I seeing that? I don't want to see that. Okay. It's off. Oh, got some marshals there. Please don't walk in front of a moving airplane. They still got these broken broken air bridges. I mean, the problem continues. All right, brakes are on.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross-check.
Yeah, I don't know, folks. There we go. Welcome to Baghdad, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely sunset coming in there. It's really, really nice. Oop. Sorry, have I missed anything in the chat while we're talking about it? Between 20 and 24, the trees, lighting, and shadows make so much difference. Yeah, I agree. Actually, quite a stunning default airport there. Look at that. It looks like something. It's interesting. So, that sunset, guys. It looks like the scenery caching is caught up as well. It's not necessarily working as I can't balance the controller. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll get a good look. But it is looking pretty awesome, guys. But yeah, huge congratulations to Just Flight for bringing over the RJ. It looks like a couple little tiny issues there. At least one major issue that I could see with the engine display. Again, it may be something I did wrong. I'm not sure. But I have flown it in 2020 a few times, and I've not really come across that issue. The INS issue, though, that's definitely on me, so I'm not really too worried about it. But yeah, if you can just get a rough take of how that's looking in 2024, it's looking great. Apart from that, wishing all of you a fantastic weekend. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time right here on Positive Rate. All the best, guys. Take care.